If you have a 9 to 5, if you're a busy stay-at-home mom, you have other things to do. You cannot be doing all of these tasks yourself. You need to build your business off the back of this automation. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. My God, so I have people asking me how I have my PosherVA set up all the time, and I really am not like a big Poshmark tutorial kind of person because things change all the time, and I kind of like doing tips and strategies and kind of all the stuff that you just can't find everywhere. Lots of people out there are doing tutorials and stuff, and that's just not what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about strategies and processes, and I want to bring all of that to you so that you can make more sales on Poshmark. But I have been getting a lot of people asking me about how do I set up my PosherVA to do all the things that I talk about in these strategy videos. So I figured this was worth doing. So it's still not going to be a tutorial video because I have my PosherVA set up separately from the computer that I record on. I'm not a tech person, and so it is what it is. But today's video is all about exactly how I set up my PosherVA. I'm going to tell you everything that I have it set for so that you could do the exact thing that I do if that's what you choose to do. So PosherVA is 100% responsible for the success of my closet and everything that happens basically these days. You know, all of my sales are a result of offer to likers, which comes from PosherVA. All of my sales in one way, shape, or form are coming from the shares that are being done by PosherVA, and all of that's automatic. Like, I'm not doing any of it, and it's because of the way I have it set up. So that's what we're going to go through. If you have a 9 to 5, if you're a busy stay-at-home mom, you have other things to do. You cannot be doing all of these tasks yourself. You need to build your business off the back of this automation. Then at the end, I'm going to share with you the bonus tip that I have for you, which is how to make sales on Autopilot with PosherVA on a daily basis, but also like when I go on vacation. I recently did a video about how I made sales on vacation. So I'm going to share with you a bonus tip that kind of helps make that happen so that you can see exactly what you need to do. So first, use the link in the code down below to sign up for your free trial for PosherVA if you have not already. You get a free 14-day trial, I believe. Use my code Rebecca the Reseller or the link. It will automatically populate it for you. You don't need to put in any payment information until your free trial is over and you decide that you want to go forward with it in a paid way. Then you put in your credit card and the 20% discount applies at that time. So then you need to download the extension. Again, I'm not a tech person. I don't know what kind of computer you have. I'm not going to do that tutorial, but you go to the Google Chrome store and you download the PosherVA extension. PosherVA gives step-by-step information about how to do everything up to date with what they have available. So go through that. Alex at PosherVA is great. So if you ever have any questions, you can always email him or her. I actually don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but so download the extension. Log in. So when you're setting up your extension, it's a little drop down off of like the top left-hand corner of your screen. Then there's all kinds of settings that you can select. That's what I'm going to show you. That's what people have been asking me. What settings are you using to make your PosherVA work for you? So I'm going to go through. I have it printed out because I'm not really great with the editing. And like I said, I have a separate area where the PosherVA runs. And so for me, this is just how it's going to have to be. So start and stop the video if you need to make notes. So the first screen area that they give you is called Share. And so there's different options that you can toggle on, toggle off, check yes, check no. And so the types of sharing that I do is to followers. So that's what I have selected. The next one is the source of items, my closet. So we're sharing my items to my followers. The sharing speed I do is actually fast because I have a larger closet. I want sharing not to take for forever. So if you have less items, then you might be able to do a slower speed, which is probably recommended. But for me, because I have a bigger closet, I need it to share more quickly so that I can get all those shares in a timely manner or all of those offers in a timely manner for it to work for me. So I have it set to fast sharing speed. Then for sharing settings, I have 0, for the number of items to share because that means it's going to share everything. I have toggled on share only available items, so it's only going to share my available items. I have it toggled on reverse sharing order, so that means it's going to share from bottom to top. I don't really think that any of these things matter. As long as you have 0, I think that's the most important. Whether you have it share other items, I don't think that matters. It may count in your total though. So share only available items, share reverse order. Now there are other options that you can select. I don't have them selected. The other options are randomize, share eligible listings to party, or continuous sharing. I don't do any of those 3 things. I just have the sharing settings as 0, toggle on for available and reverse. The next screen that it has to the right is follow. So this is all of your follow settings. For me, I do take advantage of the auto follow. I think it's just good. I mean, if I'm not doing it, I don't really care if it's being done. You don't have to do it. I don't think it's necessary, but because I can and I pay for this tool, I'm going to do everything I can use it for. So I have toggled on the first 3 settings, which is auto follow closets daily. The max is 6,000. I've entered in 6,000. I have toggled on auto follow fresh closets daily. 1,000 is the max. I have 1,000. The next one is auto follow just joined closets. The max is 1,000. I have it set to the max, and that tallies up to be 8,000 total follows, which is what they say is the max. So I do the max. I have the first 3 things toggled on with the max that they say. Then there are some other things that say like auto unfollow daily. I don't have that on. I don't really care. Schedule following. I don't have that on. I don't really care. And I save it, and that's it. So those are the follow sections. The next area is the actions area, and I have automatic offer to likers on, active. This is how my 20% goes out when someone likes an item automatically, no matter if I'm at Gio's baseball practice, if I'm sleeping, doesn't matter. I don't have to be looking at my phone. They're automatically getting this offer, and the trigger is they like the item, X amount of time later, they get X offer. And I get to choose all of that. PosherVA is a tax-deductible business investment that pays for itself many times over each month. It increases Poshmark sales because it shares and sends offers more than I ever could manually. It handles all my shares, automatic offer to likers, bulk offers, and it can do price drops and relists. When my coaching clients add PosherVA, it makes more sales basically immediately. The best part is that you get your time back. More time with family, thrifting, whatever. Get 20% off with code Rebecca the Reseller and the link below. So I have mine set up for 5 minutes delay. It's a fixed percentage, 20%, fixed discount, $5.95. There are other exclusionary parameters that you can set. I don't have any of those set. As I've talked in a prior video, I have a pricing formula with everything that I do. So for me, my closet is set in a uniform way where I can have everything get the same kinds of discounts. I don't need to exclude anything, but they have the ability in PosherVA for you to make an exclusion list, or to exclude your boutique items, or to exclude new tags items, or to only send an offer if you're making a certain amount of money, and if you're making less than that minimum amount, it doesn't send the offer. So there are so many ways to customize your offers going out so that you don't run into an issue. So because I don't utilize those, I can't really tell you everything that you should do. There would be way too many scenarios. So you're gonna have to pick and choose what makes sense for you. My philosophy on basically everything is to keep it simple. And so if all the items that go in my closet follow a certain formula, then I just have to do the basic things that I just said here, and it all works. I don't have to set up all those exclusions because I don't have anything to exclude. So I think the automatic offer to likers, aside from the sharing, is the next most important thing that PosherVA can do for you to be making sales on Autopilot. So I highly recommend that you definitely take advantage of that. Now, the next thing in that actions area is send bulk offers. This is something that I do manually where I click 2 buttons and then I walk away and it does the work for me automatically. So automatic offer to likers happens round the clock whenever someone likes an item. Once you set it up, you don't need to do anything. But in the last video that I did, I went over my offer to liker strategy. And so when I do send bulk offers of 30% or whatever, I have to go in and say, run a bulk offers on the whole closet at 30%. All I have to do is click that and then it does it for me without me, needing to babysit it. But that is something that you have to trigger yourself based on whenever you want to do it. And again, watch that offer to likers video that I just did, I think last week. And that is my exact offer to liker strategy, which is new from what it used to be. So for send bulk offers, for my offer, I put in whatever the offer is going to be. So usually it's not 10% because I'm already sending 20% on the like, and it's not 20% for a bulk offer because I'm already sending 20% on the like. So the lowest amount I would be putting here is 30%. So I'm entering 30%. I do the $5.95 shipping offer. I put them on all items and I don't fill in any of the exclusions. As I said earlier, for the offer to likers, you can set up all types of exclusions so that it will only go on the items that you want it to, and so that you can take advantage of this automation. So I highly encourage you, if you are allowing yourself to not use the automation because you have different things that are kind of funky and you can't have everything be uniform across the board, look into these exclusions, because then you can set it up and you can take advantage of the automation so that you guarantee that offers go out, because it is so critical to making sales. So that's the send bulk offers. Then there's like bulk pricing updates and other things in there. I do not use those features, so I can't speak to them because I've honestly never used those features. So if you drop your prices, if you want to bulk put your prices back up, if you participate in closet clear out, that's what those are for. I think they're probably pretty self-explanatory. I don't know that you need my help for that. If you have questions, you can drop them and I'll see if I can help. But bulk price updating, that's what that is all about. Then there's auto activity returner. This is great because this kind of helps you just kind of be active in the community without actually being active in the community. And so you can tell it to do automatic shares for you or follows, whatever you like. So I have mine set to do automatic shares, 3 shares, and do not share from the same closet within 12 hours. So that way, like, what could happen is someone shares yours, then your bot says to share theirs, then their bot says to share yours, and you're like going back and forth, and that seems silly. So I have it set for 3 shares if someone shares my stuff. And that way it's just a nice, put it out there into the community thing. It also helps with your Poshmark ambassador status because they track your community shares and all of those things. And so I just kind of set that, and then I don't really have to worry about it. So that's the auto activity returner. Then next, moving over on the menu bar to the right is an options area. And so it has the sharing limit. I have that set for 9,000 because that's what I understand to be the sharing limit. I have toggled off share items that are not for sale. So I don't share items that are not for sale. And for most people, that would be your signs. So I actually have my signs like listed at $3. Sometimes people buy them, which is stupid, but I just fixed that. So I could have it set and put them not for sale and then have them set not for sale, but then it shares all the things that you might have not for sale. And I've been doing this for 7 years and I have God knows what in my closet set not for sale. So I don't really want to do that. So I have that toggled off. You may want to have it on, and then make reverse sharing as default. And so again, it's just sharing bottom to top. If you had your closet set in a certain order, it would stay in that order if you have it reverse share. And so I have that. I don't really have it in an order. I guess it doesn't really matter. General options, show stats for, I have mine daily by calendar date, or you could do the last 24 hours, but I do daily by calendar date. And I think that's it. So that's a lot. It's a lot of stats and settings. But that's how I have it set up. Now I do have a couple more things for you. So once your settings are all set, then all you need to do is set up your schedule. Now I'm not going through my schedule in this video because 2 weeks ago I did a sharing video where I shared the whole schedule, and I think that that is an important video to watch. So if you want to know what schedule to put, go to that video, sharing schedule, because that's going to give you a lot of really good information about sharing. Once all the settings are set and the sharing schedule is set up, technically you never have to touch it again, except when you're going to send bulk offers. So as I said in the offer to likers video, I go in on a certain schedule and send out certain types of offers at certain types of times so that I can make thousands of offers per week that result in tons of sales. And so that's what I would highly recommend to do. Now, the bonus tip and how this works the most automatically for me is that don't forget to stop by the Rebecca the Reseller Academy, where you can find all of the products and all of the educational tools I have available for you, including all the free goodies. Here you can find coaching calls, Poshmark closet reviews, digital downloads, including my free reseller resource guide, as well as all of my courses and all of the bundles to save you lots of money. Hope you'll stop by soon at the Rebecca the Reseller Academy. You can make sales in your sleep. You can make sales on vacation. You can make sales while you're at your 9 to 5, because your PosherVA runs on your computer. It's a Google Chrome extension, as we decided and found out. And so it needs to run on a computer. And so your computer has to be open and running. If it goes to sleep or if you have it off, it's not going to work. So what I have is right down there is a old refurbished computer that I bought on Amazon or eBay. I think this is the second one I've had in 7 years. And so one I bought on eBay, one I bought on Amazon. But it was like $150. And its whole job, its whole purpose for living is to run my PosherVA so that all of my stuff happens automatically for me. So there's little baking trays that like you can cool cookies on, like a cooling rack. I have it raised up from my carpet on a cooling rack so that we don't start a fire. It's plugged in all the time. The settings are set so it does not go to sleep. And Poshmark is open and PosherVA is open. And that's it. It just stays there and does its work. Now, a bonus thing for me is that I do have a virtual assistant, and she can remote into that computer and work on it so that she's not using her local computer in the Philippines. She's actually operating on mine, which is located in the United States. And so that's how she does work for me. So I have it as a twofold purpose. But even if I didn't have a virtual assistant working on this computer, I would still have this for my PosherVA because it is so crucial to my business. It is worth the investment. If you don't have a second computer or a spare computer or an old computer, it is worth the investment of $150 for several years for it to operate this for you, because in 1 month you could make $150 worth of sales. You're going to make more than that perhaps. I do, and that's why it's very beneficial for me, and it's why it's a good business investment for me. So I highly recommend people have a separate computer to run this bot for you so that you are not ruining perhaps a good computer. Like I have a really expensive good computer because I make the videos and all of that, and so I need this to be optimal. I can't go having it run all the time and be plugged in all the time and all that stuff. Can't have that. It's going to ruin it. So I have the cheap, I'm sorry, computer down there, the cheap, no nothing computer down there doing that work for me so it can run PosherVA. So this was a really technical video. I hope that it helps you. Go back and watch it again if you need to get all those settings exactly right, but it's not scary. You can do it. Just go through, set those settings, and let PosherVA work for you, and get the description down below for the link for your discount code if you haven't signed up already. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!